Yeah, hey, check. How am I doing this without coffee? Why do I not have coffee? I have made coffee. Ah, golden, brown, and delicious. Just like how I like my overdrive pedals. Smooth, rich, creamy textures, much like we'll find in the Vemuram Jan Ray. There's lots of pedals that try to get in that range. The price is expensive for one of these Jan Ray pedals. But something that I don't see talked about a lot is another pedal that we're going to look at in a second. The Vemuram has a saturation trimmer. Ooh, that's this little guy. So I have it turned up just a little bit. So that notch is more like over in the 2 or 3 o'clock position. It's got can use a battery, can do all that stuff. The Mosky compass. I have been sitting here comparing drives on my board, and this thing is like 35 to 45 bucks, depending on where you look. It's cheap. I managed to actually dial in a real close sound. It's based off the Prince of Tone, whereas the Vemuram is based off of an amp sound. And it says it has three notches in this voice switch, but it really doesn't. I wish that they had made the control labels the same color that they had made the actual logo. We're going to listen to it into the MS 80 plus from Zoom. I really like this guy. Has a bunch of different preamp sounds. You can throw in 80 more IRs if you choose. We're going to listen to the a particular one that I like for pedals. This one down here that they have called the Red Loom. I don't know what it's based off of. I just like the way it sounds and it takes pedals real well. So we're going to hear it with a little bit of reverb and delay courtesy of my boss DD stuff. And we're going to check it out through my ES8 board just so that I can go back and forth between the two pedals easily and quickly and keep the same reverb and delay sounds. Personally, I don't hear the voice thing do very much at all. I think you really have to be hitting a driven amp. But just so you know how I have the pedal set, this one down at the bottom is the drive, and the one at the top on the left is level. I have the output set to about between 2 and 3 o'clock. So, really, to match the same output that I get from the Vemuram, its level is over on the top left of that pedal, the Jan Ray, and it has a lot of output. I can hit an amp and totally make an amp sound completely different. Whereas with the Compass Drive, you're kind of limited with the output range and you're relying more on the overdrive of the pedal. And the Jan Ray kind of gives you that saturation option in the back. So you have obviously you have some control options that you have to weigh. You have on the Vemuram also on the bottom left is a bass and on the bottom right is a treble. Whereas on the Compass, you only have a tone. And I have the tone back just a little bit and I have the voice switch all the way down. And obviously, it's going to be some minor differences in there. It's not the same thing. It's not the same circuit. Not trying to be, but you can dial them in to be really close if that's the kind of sound you're looking for. And the compass drive does clean up real well if you want to just kind of go from that dirtier sound to cleaner sound. And compression always helps kind of thicken it up a little bit. Kind of add a little more girth when you have it down lower. Now, I should say I'm running that compressor before the drives. That's just kind of how I like to run compression generally. I have the blend down pretty low. I have the volume up a little bit, so it's boosting it and just a touch of sustain, but it's just enough to kind of kick it in the a little bit, you know what I mean? And a little reverb and delay, and it sounds pretty good. Those two sound really close, and I don't think anybody's really making that comparison. So hopefully, this little quick run through helps you out. I know it's boring because I'm not shreddy Freddy, but you guys don't want to hear all that. You want to hear gear. Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Shit, that went in my coffee. See you on the next one.